Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. If you're looking for life, relationship, business coaching, go over to the coaching channel. But for the wrestling fans among you, which that's why you're here, this is the Superstars of Wrestling series for June 18th, 1994. Right now, we got 3 more. We may have more on the Peacock Network in the weeks and months to come. Who knows? But anyway, we open with Tatanka, and this is, I believe, the day before King of the Ring 94, which was a pretty good show by the standards of the time. Still go back and watch that, or have watched that since it took place, and still enjoy the show, except for the commentary. The Art Donovan commentary, as mentioned prior, is a goofy run, to say the very least. Anyway, Tatanka sidesteps his enhancement talent opponent, punches, kicks, chops, and the like. Owen Hart watching on from the podium at the back of the arena, partially because he's just trying to get some extra TV time, and partially because Tatanka is his first round opponent at the King of the Ring. Obviously, Owen going on to win that King of the Ring tournament, which eventually we will cover all the pay-per-views as it were. But those are easily available. I'd rather cover content that is less readily available. Anyway, Tatanka gets sent into the buckle a couple times, chops, and then eventually the Samoan drop style papoose to go type thing, and then we see a review of the Hall of Fame for 1994. Bret Hart endorsing it, Randy Savage endorsing it, Freddie Blassie speaks, Gorilla Monsoon speaks. Really nice 3 or 4 minute promo there. Then we see the former members of High Energy from a couple of years before, not acknowledged as part of this particular build-up here. It would have been interesting just to say, hey, they used to team a couple of years ago, but that's not acknowledged here. Koko Beware and Owen Hart in a battle here. Of course, Owen, the newly heel Owen Hart, right around WrestleMania, well, start of the year, so about 6 months into his heel run here in 1994. Owen with some punches, kicks, basic things. Razor Ramon watching on to catch that going on, as Razor will face Owen in the 8-man single elimination tournament in what I believe is the first round. Anyway, basic cheating by Owen. Koko gets a clothesline. Owen getting the body slam. Misses the elbow drop. It's really telegraph stuff. Owen Hart at this time, 94 through probably 96, 97, one of the best in the world, at least in my estimation. And Tatanka out there, I don't know why I said Razor Ramon earlier, probably because I think they do end up facing off. I know why. They face off in the final. That would be why. Anyway, so kind of a Owen working over the legs of his opponent and eventually getting the victory over his former tag team partner, Koko Beware. Then we see the Quebecers, the Jacques and Pierre, against one of the Quebecers in a highlight package against one of the Head Shrinkers. And the match that's there, not necessarily a fan of the highlight packages, as I've mentioned before. If you're not watching other shows, it's mainly because you don't have a crowd that is into it enough to watch, and that's not a good sign. Anyway, the Head Shrinkers continue their foray through things. Diesel on the WWF magazine for the month, which is a big deal because there's only 12 of those a year, so a magazine cover, pretty big deal. Samu and Fatu. Lots of punch kick, basic stuff on their adversaries here. End up going in the direction of getting some punch kick, and Alpha and Captain Lou Albano, double babyface managers on the outside. Not exactly necessary, but it's here. Double front fall, I guess you'd say almost front fall Russian leg sweep. Obviously, Russian leg sweep is backwards, but same positioning, but a forward bump to be taken there, and the Head Shrinkers use the top rope splash also to get a win. Hype for Diesel against Bret Hart the next day at the pay-per-view at the King of the Ring, and Diesel looks to be in $1 million worth of shape, and I wonder if they were even thinking about putting the belt on him at this point, or whether that comes later. Anyway, Bam Bam Bigelow, who in the weeks and months to come, over the next few weeks, Ted DiBiase buys his contract from Luna Vachon. That doesn't happen here. Luna not out here, though. Side headlock by the enhancement talent. Bigelow sends him off. Tackle there, and eventually Razor Ramon talks about his desire to win the King of the Ring in the King of the Ring report, but he's here watching Bam Bam because he's facing Bam Bam at the King of the Ring, and they're going to do battle. Luna is there at ringside. For some reason, didn't see her at first, but moonsault by Bam Bam Bigelow, probably the biggest thing in the match. King's Court typing the Roddy Piper match, and also Bret Hart basically saying you'd have to come short of killing him to get the World Championship off of him at the pay-per-view. Piper says it's going to be a fight, not a wrestling match at King of the Ring between he and Jerry Lawler. By the way, not a match worth going out of your way to see by any stretch of the imagination. And Todd Pettengill spent a good bit of time talking about the various combinations of individuals that could face off at the King of the Ring tournament the next day. Scott Hall, once again, a.k.a. Razor Ramon, enhancement match here. Ties up on the arm, reversed, inverted, inside out, and ultimately, Bam Bam Bigelow on the outside of the ring, Razor trying to call him down. Enhancement talent comes in after an abdominal stretch and doesn't really get too much going on there. Razor manages the back suplex, followed by the Razor's Edge and the victory, going into the King of the Ring the next day. Then we see Nikolai Volkov with the $1 Million Man in the black and gold, the suit as it were, against Mabel, and that match basically breaks down into a brawl. Obviously, DiBiase putting together the foundation of the $1 Million Corporation here in the summer of '94, bringing back the other Undertaker, and eventually getting, as mentioned, the contract on Bam Bam Bigelow, among other things. Punch kick, and everyone runs down to the ring, and the program ends in a schmoz. I'm not a fan of schmoz endings, but it's here, and so we will go forward soon after this.